You are Locked On Phillies Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Philadelphia, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
My, oh my, welcome into the show, everybody. My name is Mark Farzetta. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on Locked On Sports Philadelphia so we give you all your postcast needs. Yes, you might have been watching the channel earlier in the day. We gave you the breakdown of the Philadelphia Eagles losing to the Minnesota Vikings on Locked On Eagles Postcast. And now we're back with you for Locked On Phillies Postcast. And what a win it was. 11-2, the Phillies win this ball game. JT Realmuto goes off. Ranger Suarez comes out. Where were you when the lip of Kauffman Stadium's infield saved the Phillies season? That's right. That's the latest installment of Save the Phillies season. We'll walk through it all on the show this evening. Welcome in. Thank you for making Locked On Sports Philadelphia your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. This particular episode is brought to you by SupplyHouse.com. SupplyHouse.com is the reliable way to get parts fast. Shop for your local plumbing. Shop for your next plumbing, HVAC, and electrical job online at SupplyHouse.com and get fast shipping from coast to coast at SupplyHouse.com. Then what was not to love about this game? The Ranger couldn't go 6 innings. I'll take 5 innings in 1 run. I'll take 6 strikeouts. I'll take 72 pitches. And when he hit a wall, as obvious as he hit a wall, it was time to take him out. Good job by the Phils. Give him a little bit of a breather so he could get out of that jam. The Phils certainly had some luck on their side this evening. There's no question about that. But what is luck? Right? Luck is when hard work and preparation meet, or no, hard work and opportunity meet. That right there. Preparation, hard work, opportunity meet, add them together. Yeah, shake it up. That's luck right there. And the Phillies certainly took advantage of the luck that was on their side tonight. I'm so happy. I'm so excited that the Phillies won this game in the manner in which they won it. I'm so excited to see Ranger Suarez back in this rotation. And it took him forever to get 11 wins. And I'm not just saying since he's been out for a month, a little more than a month, it took him forever to get that 11th win of the season, and he's finally got it in his back pocket. I am so excited. I might be forced to sing for you on the podcast and on the YouTube show today. It might happen. I might not be able to control myself, but I might have to put out a little tune. Anyway, let's get to it. 3 big things. We're going to count up, okay? We're going to start at the bottom. Number 3. 0 for 10 last night. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 10 last night. That was not the case this evening. I'll show you the entire lineup, but oh my goodness gracious. Look at the top of the order. 0 for 10 last night. Look at that. 5 for 10. They combined to go 500 in tonight's ball game. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Also, 2 runs scored between the two of them, 2 RBIs from Trey Turner. This is what you want to see from the top of that order. There are some instances that I've been a little perturbed with Trey Turner, but if he hits and he plays good defense, then I don't have that much of a problem. Seeing him kind of be lackadaisical last night at shortstop, not rushing a throw to first base until the very last second against Bobby Witt Jr., just barely to get him by, I believe I described it last night as 1/8 of a step at first base, to keep him 0 for 2 against Taijuan Walker, of all people, which is still crazy to me. But I've been a little perturbed. The comments he made in the clubhouse after they lost 2 or 3 to the Braves about how the Phillies aren't concerned. This is just weird, man. This is just weird. Well, you break out of it at the plate. You break out of it in the field. And guess what? I'm not really going to care what you have to say in the locker room, excuse me, the clubhouse. And I'm not going to really care what you're doing if you're not busting it out of the first base or out of the batter's box. You get production, fans will applaud. You get production, people might go, oh, well, at least he's the one producing in the lineup. Like last night, Bryce Harper was the only one to actually hit out of the top 3 guys in the order. So I took it a little easier on Bryce Harper because last night he wasn't the problem. And then today, he helped get the Phillies bats going, as did Kyle Schwarber and as did Trey Turner. There was a little concern in the first inning. Kyle Schwarber let it off with his first double of the game, first of 2 doubles in the game, to left field. So you have a runner in scoring position. You got the rest of the lineup coming up there. got nothing from it. Trey Turner grounded out to second. Schwarber was able to move to third. Harper struck out. Bohm lined out to second. He missed a 3-1 pitch, a 3-1 fastball, middle of the plate. He just missed it. That is a pitch that should be wound up 10 seats back over the fountains at Kauffman Stadium. But that was unfortunate. But the Phillies then later got opportunities. Kyle Schwarber got another double in the top of the third inning. Trey Turner brought him home on an RBI single. I loved in that particular instance that Dusty Wathan, I was surprised. I know it was a slow roller out of the infield into shallow right field. I was surprised that Dusty Wathan was like, yeah, Kyle Schwarber, you're going, man. You're going. He sent him home. Renfroe had, I guess, just a bad lazy throw home, and Kyle Schwarber just scored. And I was a little surprised Dusty Wathan sent him, but he did. And the Phillies went up 1-0. They got Ranger Suarez. Most importantly, they got Ranger Suarez an early lead. So looking at the top of the order right there between Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner, good to see those guys at number 3 on my 3 big things for making something happen in the early goings of this game and making sure they actually picked up for themselves after just a horrendous performance last night and a horrendous performance as well in the series against the Atlanta Braves. Number 2. I think about the game that had to happen to bump this guy down to number 2. Okay. Ranger Suarez tonight was incredible. Absolutely incredible. For a guy just coming off the IL, for a guy that had been out, had not made a start in a month and 2 days. Okay? He goes back out there on the mound after dealing with the back spasms and all that. Goes out there on the mound and just executes pitch after pitch. And listen to this. 15 of his 19 first pitches were for strikes. That's controlling the count. That is dictating to the batter what the batter is going to do. And as I follow along his pitch count in the game, 9 pitches in the first inning, 13 in the second, 9 in the third, 15, kind of blew up there, in the fourth. And then, of course, the fifth inning is where he really struggled. Fortunately, they got on that mound conference, but 26 pitches in that inning, and still the Kansas City Royals were only able to get 1 run off of him in that inning. And here's what's really amazing about that inning. Renfroe started that inning off by striking out, looking at a 3-2 sinker in. That was the bread and butter tonight. You tell me, if you ask me how does Ranger Suarez get 6 strikeouts in 5 innings of work in his first game back against the Kansas City Royals, how does that happen? The inside corner was a big, fat, juicy inside corner tonight. And Ranger Suarez took full advantage of a little extra of a wide strike zone. And the sinker he was dropping in with great consistency. And there's no doubt in my mind he was aiming for it. It's not like he was aiming for the inner half of the plate. He was aiming for off the plate. He got off the plate, and he got the call off the plate tonight by home plate umpire Mark Carlson. So in that fifth inning, he strikes out Renfroe, 3-2 sinker in. See you later. Massey steps up to the plate, gets the double to center field on the 3-2 pitch. Then Furman gets the RBI single on a curveball that just hung up barely enough. It's a 2-1 ball game at this point. Then Blanco gets the infield single, a little swinging bunt to third. Then they have the mound conference. Everybody bring it in. First and second, 1 out. Isbell steps up to the plate. He looks at a sinker. Sit your ass down. And then Garcia steps up. He strikes out on a sinker as well. He gets out of it. When it was all said and done for Ranger Suarez in his first start since August 22nd, Ranger Suarez, 5 innings, 1 earned run, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks, 72 pitches, 46 of them bad boys for strikes, and the ERA gets lowered to 2.82 on the year. As I mentioned, it had been a hot minute before since Ranger Suarez actually recorded a win for himself when he was going into his IL stint. Lost his last 4 decisions. His last win came in June. He hasn't won a ball game since June 8th against the New York Metropolitans. And that one was in old London town, baby. So Ranger Suarez going out there and just simply doing his thing and taking advantage of not what the defense was giving him, obviously, but what the umpire was giving him tonight. I thought JT behind the plate called a really good game. JT was really defensive as well. Great put out he had at third, catching Blanco stealing. So that was nice to see. One of the other lucky things happened with Blanco in that particular inning, but there's a lot of luck involved. We'll get to that in that next segment. So if the top of the order is with Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner is 3. Then Ranger Suarez coming back with a vengeance, is number 2. What would it take? What would it take to bump Ranger Suarez in his return? What would it take to bump him down number 2, not number 1? I'll tell you. A career high 2 3-run homer game, 7 RBIs, a career high for JT Realmuto, and dynamite defensive play to boot behind the plate. That's what it would take to put Ranger Suarez as numero dos on this list. JT Realmuto was picturesque today. The home runs, obviously, behind the plate, obviously fantastic. But what I really loved about this, his first home run, JT steps up there in the 6th inning. Phillies are only up 2-1 at this point, trying to squeeze out some more runs. JT steps up there, gets the home run on a 3-0 sinker, well inside. I mean, Ranger knew that pitch was getting called a strike. I got the sense that in this particular ball game tonight, Singer did not want to pitch inside and catch the plate to JT Realmuto. So he was aiming for the same spot that Ranger kept peppering late in counts in this game tonight. So with a 3-0 count, Singer tries to put one way inside on JT Realmuto, figuring out maybe he fouls this one off. And JT Realmuto on that sinker demolished it to left field with 2 men on, 393 feet, just like that. Phillies go from a 2-1 lead to a 5-1 lead. They take Singer out of the game. I was surprised. Some people were surprised. I know they're talking about on the broadcast. They were a little surprised he even pitched to JT Realmuto, but he did. And he took full advantage of that. Then later in the game, in the 8th inning, JT Realmuto stepped up again with another 2 runners on. Same 2 runners were on base in the 6th inning as were in the 8th inning. Nick Castellanos and Bryson Stott. And JT Realmuto this time on a 1-0 changeup. First one was a sinker. Second home run was a changeup that he, talk about demolishing a baseball, 425 feet, a 425-foot 3-run home run on a 1-0 changeup that he belted to left center field to give the Phillies a 9-2 lead. They add to it later in the game. 8-2 lead. They add to it on Hayes' RBI double. Then Turner adds to it as well with another hit, an RBI single to right field. They made it a 10-2 game. They just kept on adding on as the game went on, which was great. They did not take their foot off the gas throughout this game tonight. Now, as I mentioned, those 3 things are all great things that happened for the Phillies tonight. But they did have a lot of luck on their side. When we come back, I know we talked about it with Brandon Marsh, the Angels in the outfield, right? There was one particular play in that 6th inning leading up to JT Realmuto's 3-run home run. JT Realmuto's first 3-run home run of the game, because, again, there were multiple. I want to make sure I don't want to confuse anybody. Lady Luck made a nice appearance in that 6th inning. We'll talk about that when we return. You're Locked On Sports Philadelphia. You're Locked On Phillies postcast and the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to Locked On Sports Philadelphia. Back in a few. Oh, man, all this excitement has me parched. You know what I mean? I need to hydrate to give you a better second half of the show. You know what I'm saying? That's why you guys got to take advantage of Liquid IV. Because when you're talking about America's pastime, you can't forget to hydrate. That's where Liquid IV comes in, especially Liquid IV's all-new Popsicle Firecracker flavor, a surefire summer hit. Get hydrated with electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, because baseball and summer go together like Liquid IV and indulgent hydration. Tear, pour, live more with Liquid IV. 1 stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Powered by Live Hydroscience, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, and dairy-free, as well as soy-free. No more thirsty summers when you indulge in hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use MLB at checkout. That's right. Use promo code MLB at checkout at liquidiv.com. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code MLB at liquidiv.com. That's liquidiv.com. Supplyhouse.com. Get supplies from the site that's made for the skilled trade. Supplyhouse.com. Supplyhouse.com is the reliable way to order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Shop a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts. Yeah, there's that many parts, people, from over 400 of the top brands. And get your order delivered right to your door with fast shipping from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Get an expert support and industry-leading service from the friendliest folks in the business and talk to a real person every time. That's supplyhouse.com. Pros in the skilled trades can get a competitive edge by joining supplyhouse.com's free Trade Master program. Every Trade Master gets access to a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Join the thousands of trade professionals already benefiting from their free membership at supplyhouse.com/TM and order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies from anywhere with just a few clicks at supplyhouse.com. So I mentioned luck playing a big role in tonight's game. Big role in tonight's game. In that sixth inning, look, okay, if you've seen the movie Angels in the Outfield, and even for me, it's been, I'm not even going to use the tired phrase, it's been a minute. It's been since like maybe sixth grade, okay? So picture me, full head of hair, no beard. I was about to say a high squeaky voice, but my voice has been like this probably. When I was 9, people would call the house and ask, is this Joe? My dad's name, Joe. Joe? I'm like, no, that's me. It's Mark. I'm like, okay, that's weird. You're 9. Anyway, so it's been a while since I've seen Angels in the Outfield, okay? Sixth grade, maybe. And remember the scene when they're telling Adrian Brody, when the kid, that fella dude that is like a really good actor now, I can't remember his name, but he's like, put Adrian Brody in. And Danny Glover's like, he stinks. And he's like, no, but if an Angel's with him, he'll be awesome. And then Adrian Brody goes up, right? And Adrian Brody, this little lanky guy, right? He goes up and he hits the ball barely. And then the Angel comes in and bounces the ball all over the place. This is a great movie. Anyway, that's what it reminded me of in the sixth inning of tonight's ball game. I tell you all that to tell you this. In the sixth inning, Nick Castellanos goes up there and he hits a fly ball to right field. Easy. Renfroe's supposed to come in, make the catch, bada boom, bada bing, you're down, 1 out. Castellanos leads off the inning with a fly out to right field. Except that's not what happened because of Angels. Castellanos hits the pop-up. Massey, the second baseman, goes back. For all the young players out there, this is the outfielder's ball. And you can see on the instant replay, Massey going, I got it. And he's saying, I got it. You can read his lips, I got it, okay? And then Renfroe, fee-fi-fo thumbs in, and I guess he heard Renfroe coming in. And then Massey just stopped. Just stopped. I never saw a camera angle to see if Renfroe was saying anything. I don't know. But either way, that's the outfielder's ball. If you played baseball at any level and you were an outfielder, you knew you had to call that off. You call off that second baseman. You let that little short round get back into the infield. Get out of the outfield where you don't belong, son. And Renfroe just let him have it. And Massey just pulled up and said, all right, whoopsie. So anyway, it goes in the book as a leadoff single. So wouldn't you know it, Bryson Stott, who has not exactly been the hottest hitter in the month of August, or for the season for that matter, then steps up to the plate. And wouldn't you know it, Lady Luck wasn't done singing just yet. Lady Luck takes that baseball, or the Angel, takes that baseball that was a patented double play ball for a 4-6-3 double play. And was it a 4-6-3 double play? No, it was not. Bryson Stott somehow, magically, strategically hit that grounder so that it would bounce perfectly off the lip of the infield and bounce directly over Massey's head for his second Don't I Look Stupid play of the inning. And then, after Bryson Stott does that, you have runners on first and third, and you got nobody out. But you know what? It doesn't matter where they are on the bases. It only matters that they're on base when JT Realmuto slams that pitch down the left field line to make it all of a sudden a 5-1 Phillies victory. Phillies lead just at that moment. Singer goes out, Long comes in. That was all they wrote for the rest of that inning. So luck was certainly on the Phillies side in that 6th inning. You know, they say sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Well, I don't care. Angels, sure. Lady Luck, destroyed tonight. I'll take it. I know we'll all take it because the way the Phillies have been playing, in case you haven't noticed, terrible. Also, one more positive I wanted to point out from tonight's game. Taijuan Walker had nothing to do with it. So let's just rejoice in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Okay. When we come back, I want to take your comments on this game, what you guys have to say about it. But we'll also take a look at what happened in the National League tonight with the Phillies and those pesky Atlanta Braves as well. Back in a few, Locked On Sports Philadelphia and the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Tonal, you guys just go through the summer. Hopefully you guys are working out in the summer. Maybe you meant to work out during the summer. You just couldn't get to the gym. Some things in life happened where you couldn't make it. You know, it's easy to talk yourself out of the gym every once in a while. But for those who strive on getting stuff done, including workouts, every minute counts. That's why you need Tonal, the smart strength training system that takes the guesswork out of working out so you can make sure you're making the most out of every rep. Have you seen this Tonal? If you haven't seen it, you got to Google it. It's amazing, right? You can also just check out tonal.com and the amazing things they have going on right there on tonal.com, TONAL.com, and use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $200 off your purchase. This big rectangle goes on your wall. There's things you grab onto, you can lift, you can pull, you work out. It's like a personal trainer right there in your house. Tonal is amazing. It's the world's smartest and most effective strength training system that helps you get stronger. Powered by AI, Tonal learns with every rep, so it can deliver workouts personalized just for you. It's a digital personal trainer right there waiting for you in your house. You even get the most dedicated gym goers that sometimes struggle with consistency. So make it easy on yourself with the decision. Tonal's right there in your house. Tonal learns and makes sure it improves and provides suggested weight recommendations for every move with detailed progress reports. They even create personalized programs as well as workout suggestions and recommendations based on your individual goals. Here's what you need to do. Right now, go to tonal.com. This is what they're offering our listeners and our viewers. Listeners get $200 off their Tonal purchase with promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $200 off your Tonal purchase. Promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $200 off your purchase. Tonal.com, promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $200 off on Tonal.com. Before we get into our chat check, I do want to see what you guys have to say about this Phillies win, 11-2. I do have to tell you, unfortunately, that the Atlanta Braves did win tonight. They actually did fairly well for themselves against those Washington Nationals. Who would have thought, right? Final for that one was, I had it, 4-2. 4-2. That's the way that went down. The LA Dodgers, right now, the bottom of the 5th inning, are losing to the Tampa Bay Rays 5-3. That's the way that's going. And the New York Metropolitans are up 6-1 on the San Diego Padres. That's how that's shaken out. Good times. In case you missed the top 3 in the beginning of the show, I'll tell you one more time. Number 3 was the top of the order guys, Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber, breaking out of their funk. Number 2, Ranger Suarez returned. He was incredible. Number 1, JT Realmuto, career high, 7 RBIs on a 2. That's 2 3-run home run games. He hit 2 of those. Not too shabby. Let's get into the chat check and see how you guys are doing on this fine Saturday night. Jeez, losing my mind. John Marinelli, we're back, baby. We're back again. We're so back. From the people that brought you Marsh's amazing catch against the Mariners that saved the season. And from the people that also brought you Kyle Schwarber saves the season with a grand slam. Now they bring you the infield lip of the grass in Kauffman Stadium saved the season. Coming soon. Anyway, Morgan Landy, BCB. Damn right. BCIB, best catcher in baseball. Sir Sketchable. Kind of forgot JT was on the team for a while there. Womp womp. Good to see him. Good to see him do things, I think. MP, what's going on? Win the series and I'll start to feel better. Me too. IBH, good evening, everybody. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. But don't we say that after every single win, right? Oh, KGB officer. Gang, who did T-Mac say? That'd be Allard. Cody Allard getting the start tomorrow. Colby Allard. Hey, he hasn't done a bad job for the Phils. He's actually done all right. A couple of times they had Orion Kerkering as the opener. And then Colby Allard would pitch like 4 innings, 5 innings, and like allow a run or 2. Like, if you're telling me your starter, like tonight, for instance, is going 5 innings, or if you're throwing 5 innings, only allowing 1 run, I feel kind of good about that start to the game, especially if the lineup really is turning itself around. IBH Ranger looked good in his limited pitch count. Yeah. Did I hear right that they wanted him to get to 90? And then he hit that wall in the 5th inning? 90? That seemed a little steep. I hope I misheard that. Andrew Smith, Walker never needs to pitch again. Yep. MP, that's I like it. I'm for it. I agree with you. I like it. They should have put Taijuan Walker in the 9th inning. They should have. That would have been great. But this is your job now. This is what you do. See how it's 11-2? Even you would have trouble. You could have a slightly worse night than you did last night, and we'd still win if we put you in the 9th inning. By the way, for those watching, I keep Taijuan Walker right over here in the studio. That's who I'm talking to over there. Anyway, what else we got? Timothy B. Tomorrow. Okay, I see what you're saying. KGB is right. If I had $1 for every time this was said in the chat, KGB is right. I wonder if the Russians are watching this and they're catching it. And they're like, what is this? Why is he talking? Was he talking so much about the KGB? Anyway, Joshua Simber, what's going on? I'll be pleasantly surprised if we hit the ball tomorrow. Isn't that the truth? Dave Brigga, what's going on? Well, it's about that time that there has risen some life. Okay? NFL preseason is trash. I don't pay attention. All right. Fair enough. As far as you've gotten weaker in your 40s, you can still lift the bar, or is it in storage? No, it is. I'm going to tell you right now. All right? There, as far as you can't bench the bar. Remember the last time you challenged me? What happened? The Phillies won. So I'm just going to let them create the good juju right now. There will come a time, I'm sure, between now and the end of the season where we will need moi to bench the bar, and that will save the season. Just like Brandon Marsh, just like Kyle Schwarber, and just like the infield lip of the grass at Kauffman Stadium. Barzy, it's almost like you have low testosterone. Like all right. There'll be no political conversation on this program. Although I find pretty much everything funny. Stott for says Star Wars 99. Absolutely. Pat Henry, what's going on? Now they just have to keep it up. I concur. Ranger is the energy shift we needed. Great command tonight, says Johnson Wall. Yeah. Ari Stein, my first Farzy 2-a-day. We're running 2-a-days. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run 2-a-days. On the whistle. Go. All right. The London series hurt Ranger Suarez. Had the home run derby hurt. As the home run derby hurt Alec Bohm? Really? Alec Bohm was the only starter. Was the only starter tonight to not get on base? Hold on. I'm using the wrong mouse. Deep dope bop. Bohm went 0 for 5 tonight, I believe. Bohm went 0 for 5 tonight. He also just ended a 36 on base streak. 36 game on base streak. I'm not Bohm gets no strays. I'm not shooting strays over there at Alec Bohm. KGB officer. Holy tasty cake. How did I miss that? Sorry, I missed that one earlier. Matt Forrester, I don't disagree. If the team hit like this, they'd win No matter who's pitching. Damien. Too bad they'll lose tomorrow. Thanks, Damien. That's a Wayne's World reference for those that get it. Anyway, why is he pitching? Thought everyone was back because was it the rest situation? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Stubbs is pitching tomorrow, says Mets. As far as he can't fence the bar. You and the bar will meet soon, my friend, to save the season. There we go. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are wonderful, as per usual. Phillies are back at it tomorrow night. Oh, excuse me, tomorrow afternoon. Miss Scusi. 2:10 start time tomorrow afternoon. The Phillies will try to win a series. Not only will the Phillies try to win a series, what else will the Phillies try to do? They'll try to win 2 in a row. Then they win the next one. That's what's called a winning streak. It has happened before. Colby Allard does get the start tomorrow. Left-handed pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, back up from the minors. His last 2 starts, he's gone at least 4 innings. That Seattle start, he pitched 4 innings, allowing 1 run. It was earned. That was after Orion Kerkering opened that one up. Then he also went up against the Arizona Diamondbacks and went 5 innings, on allowing just 1 run on 6 hits. Not too shabby. They reversed course in that one. Colby Allard started that game, went 5 innings, allowing just 1 run on 6 hits. Struck out 3, didn't issue 1 walk, which is pretty awesome. Then Orion Kerkering came in later, and that was the only game the Phillies won against the Arizona Diamondbacks. So Allard gets the ball tomorrow for the Phils. Seth Lugo gets the start for the Kansas City Royals. Veteran, 34-year-old right-handed pitcher, bringing a boatload of experience, 327 games in his career. He's coming off a start against the LA Angels where he went 7 innings, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits. He walked 3. All in all in the season, he's got a 14-7 record with a 3.02 ERA. And as I said, veteran right-handed pitcher, 34 years old, will be slinging it tomorrow for the Kansas City Royals. Here's what you can look for when you're looking at Lugo. Junk. But deceptive. Looking at about a 92, 93 mile per hour fastball, cutter, slurve. And that's what he's going to be bringing to the table tomorrow. So Phillies, look out for that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you go ahead and hit like and subscribe wherever you do that on that thing, right? And hit like and subscribe on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. My name is Mark Farzetta. This is Locked On Sports Philadelphia's YouTube channel. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. And also, thank you for making us your first listen. Now make sure you check out Locked On MLB Podcast and prepare for the Fall Classic with our boy Sully, who has it covered every single day. You can find the link on Locked On MLB in the description, so you don't need to search. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. My name is Mark Farzetta. Once again, hit like and subscribe on Locked On Sports Philadelphia. Back with you guys after tomorrow afternoon's game, and the Phillies hopefully coming away with a series win and 2 in a row. See you then. Bye.